That's Wolverine with razor-like adamantium claws. They're sharp enough to slice through almost any substance known to man.
Welcome to another retro unboxing review. On today's video, the 1991 Wolverine. Recently, I've been looking at the ToyBiz toy line, starting at the 1989 DC superheroes and moving on up to their Marvel releases. Let's revisit what I've been unboxing and reviewing. I think ToyBiz, after the great failure that was the DC figures, they took 3 steps forward with the Marvel Series 1 figures and then took 2 steps back. The one thing I can say that's better between the Series 2 Marvel figures and the DC figures is that at least none of the Marvel figures have broken on me out of the package. The paint quality, the quality control, it's missing many marks. Although the packaging looks wonderful, the execution of the actual figures is not so good. The action on the figures is not so good. The quality of the figures doesn't feel so good. Doesn't seem like a real good idea to put the customer service number on the back of each card. Or maybe ToyBiz thought that kids would have already tossed the packages in the trash. Overall, these Avengers are good. They're not great though. They are far from being superpowers. But they are also not as bad as the DC superheroes by ToyBiz. Series 1 of the Marvel superheroes with the likes of Hulk, Spider-Man, and Captain America was so great that it was a big disappointment seeing them go back to their old ways in Series 2 with Thor, Iron Man, and Green Goblin. ToyBiz continue with their Marvel superheroes, releasing 5 series in all. But alongside those series, they also made the Uncanny X-Men in 1991, mostly based on characters from an unpicked up pilot made in 1989. This was the same famous cartoon that gave Wolverine an Australian accent.
Welcome her. Wait, she's not joining the X-Men, is she? She's just a kid.
As a 10-year-old, this was the Wolverine I wanted, the one with the comic accurate outfit. A year later, X-Men the animated series premiered, and all the ToyBiz comic accurate costumes started disappearing to make room for all the cartoon accurate costumes. Now let's take a look at the packaging. This was a brilliant idea to make the packaging look like it's a comic book, making the figures look like they're coming straight out of the comic. The one thing I don't agree with are the colors. Yes, they match Wolverine, but it seems a little bit subdued, especially since it's not subdued. It's freaking Wolverine! The snap out claws, the mask ring, the special trading card are mentioned twice on the front of the card, but there is no mention at all of his katana blade anywhere on the card. Now on the back, you've got a brief but very good description of who Wolverine is. And then on the other side, you've got all the figures in this series that you can collect, plus the vehicles, plus the danger rooms, and the super size figures. And at the bottom, you've got instructions on how to use his claws, and you could actually wear his mask as a ring if you have small enough fingers. I've had this Wolverine since 2006. This is the one I wanted. So right after I got this one and I knew I wasn't happy with it, I went on eBay, got myself this one, and it's been hanging up on my wall since about 2007. Since I've been unboxing and reviewing all these ToyBiz figures, I've been trying to find every and any excuse to actually let this guy breathe. The bubble is starting to come off the card, so that's enough of a reason for me to just finally let him breathe. That was easy. That was very, very easy. The tape holding his katana blade inside, it's not even sticky at all anymore. Now that he's out, let's smell him. Not a big, strong new toy smell, but the new toy smell is there. And here's the special edition Marvel Universe trading card. It looks pretty nice. I'll leave it on here for you guys to read it. Here's his katana blade, which was not mentioned at all on the packaging. It's really nice. Plus flexible plastic, and his mask that turns into a ring. And I don't think I'll be able to take this to the party with me later. Before we start looking at him all over, let's take a look at his articulation. He's got articulation at the head, arms all the way around, hips, and knees for 7 points of articulation. And check out the face sculpting. That is really nice. I really like that. It gives him a lot of expression, and I like how his hair is molded as well, because at the very top, I mean, it's supposed to be like that in the comics, but here it looks pretty cute because it looks like kitty cat ears. Now it says that these are snap out claws, but they're actually spring loaded, just like the Kenner Boba Fett who had the rocket firing crap. There we go. There we go. That's pretty cool. This one's easy to spring back. This one's a little harder. But as a kid, man, all the fun you would have with this. Yeah.
Wait till I get my claws on him. He'll be talking out the other side.
Wow, that's got a lot of strength behind it. One of the huge negatives that the Series 2 Marvel superheroes Thor and Green Goblin had were a lot of paint mishaps. And I'm starting to see that with this guy, unfortunately. At the knees, a bit here on the arm, back here. The messed up paint deco seems like it keeps plaguing ToyBiz throughout these early years. And now let's put the mask on him. Let's see if that's going to be an easy task here. There we go. It fits nice and tight. It's not going to fall off at all because it's nice and tight. There's also a small paint mishap right there on his mask. All set up, he looks pretty darn badass. Why would someone with adamantium claws want a katana blade? Well, it's part of his backstory, and I thank ToyBiz for at least packaging them with the sword. It's pretty nice. He looks pretty badass. I thought he looked great on my wall in my collection, but I think he's gonna look a lot better next to my other figures, because this is actually a pretty nice figure. Despite all the paint mishaps, it's not as bad as Green Goblin, but he looks pretty darn cool. And with the blades out, he probably even looks better. And although this is without any accessories, this figure looks awesome. Not many figures look probably better without their accessories, but this guy, missing his accessories, he still looks darn badass.
Of course, it's all been real. Get with it. The X-Men don't have room for whiny brats.
We all know Wolverine for being a short, stocky madman, and this is really nice. How they made him a lot smaller than the rest of the Marvel superheroes. Hey, can I join your crew? No, you gotta be at least this tall to join. Yeah, sure, why not? We don't judge anybody here.
So the kid got lucky. That don't make her an X-Man. Not yet.
On my final analysis, this Wolverine is badass. Is he worth waiting 30 years? Not so much, but I'm very, very happy to have him in or out of the packaging and in my collection. I'm having a lot of fun with these ToyBiz figures, even if the paint decal's not coming out so good and sometimes they feel like they're gonna break. These figures, at least the Marvel figures, are really cool. As time progresses, they're getting better at the process. So on the next review, I'm gonna be looking at another ToyBiz series, but not Marvel. From 1995 and 1996, Hercules and Xena, from the Hercules, the Legendary Journeys ToyBiz toy line. I really do hope you enjoyed this, and I really appreciate your support. Don't send me any money. I don't have any Patreon. Please, just hit that like, hit that subscribe, and maybe share. If you can check out, maybe click this video, or maybe even click whatever that is right here. What is that? How did it get here? Bye!